get the cost of healthcare under control. Our hospitals should not be price gouging.
Florida's governor taking aim at hospitals that he says are fleecing you by not being upfront about what they're charging you. Rick Scott was in Naples today, where he talked about what he'd like to see to change all of that.
For In Your Corner's Carl Fortier was there and spoke to the governor and a patient who says he's paying way too much for unneeded treatment.
One of the things that we need to do is we need to have transparency in healthcare.
That transparency is what Governor Rick Scott says could prevent you from paying too much for hospital treatments you might not even need. Hans Bartels of Naples says he's had that experience. He says his wife Zima needed antibiotics for an infection last year before Thanksgiving, but their doctor wouldn't see them until after the holiday.
Monday morning, 4 o'clock, I had to take her to the emergency room. She was throwing up, high fever. She spent 2 nights in the hospital. They really didn't do much. They forced an x-ray. We said we don't need an x-ray because we know what's wrong. And the bill came to over $30,000.
I saw the bill. When I know the bill, I'm shocked.
They wouldn't say which hospital they went to, but Governor Scott says that kind of sticker shock can be avoided.
People need to feel comfortable that they're not being price gouged.
He's proposing legislation to require hospitals to post their prices for treatments online.
When you go to a grocery store, you know what things cost. When you go to the gas station, you know what things cost. When a hospital buys things, when they buy supplies, they know what things cost. Shouldn't the patients know what things cost so they can make an informed decision?
Lee Memorial Health System released a statement saying that they've been cost transparent for years. A spokesperson wrote, "We started posting average charges for common procedures on our website about 8 or 10 years ago, and we provide patients with cost estimates upon request." Bartels wishes he'd had that kind of information at the hospital his wife visited last year.
This year alone, I spent $13,000 out of pocket. That's in addition to $1,000 a month in health insurance.
In Naples, Carl Fortier, Fox 4, In Your Corner.
And Carl reached out to Naples Community Hospital and Physicians Regional to ask about their cost transparency. He hasn't heard back yet, but